Hey Travis.
Yeah.
You know what I did just for old time's sake when I got here?
What?
I put bar oil in the gas.
Oh yeah, you're like, yeah.
So here's that big long low one here. This is Travis Barney above me here. These are what we call high tension power lines, electricity going through it. And so what we're doing is we're cranking these around and then down the speed line. So they're lowering it, they're pulling up on it. Also, it's hooked to the speed line, so as it's coming off and being lifted up and swung around, they're going to be pulling the speed line. The more it goes that way, the more distance we have from this wire right here. See it? Pull, pull, pull. Yeah. Beautiful. I felt that. So this tree that we're gonna do to kind of show speed lining how cool it is in a situation like this. Significant proximity, right? I mean, come on, right? And the structures go that way for a ways. So I'll get the low limbs off, dropping them into this little spot here until such time as we're high enough to have clearance for the speed line to go out. So when I was talking about clearance, it's really important with speed lining. One of the reasons on our Mega Deluxe kit that we're going to include the rope, because it's static rope from PMI, because your speed line shouldn't have a lot of stretch in it, because when you pull on a rope from the side, the more stretchy it is, the more sag you get, the more chance you have to contact the things that you're trying to miss. Can't get my rope back here, so I actually have to climb up there. So I got the low limbs off, and now I'm in the top, set my climb line, and I just climbed up here, and I'm setting the speed line in the canopy too. Set the speed line about where you're planning on topping the tree later, and you only have to set it one time. Here we got the running bowline, and then this is choked. This is my tie-in here. It'll ride the rope a little bit. Clip. Clip. Nope. Got two of them. Ready? So I got 3 left. I'm putting the bag on. I got 2 on that I didn't know about. They were already hooked up. First one's kind of small, next one a bit medium. We should charge extra for gently sweeping the roof like that. You got 2 of them. They're both hefty. This is our bag charging station. You can see we got a mix of new and old Speedline kits. There's the old bag and the new bags here. And we're using the mollies today too. August is right up there.
got a little anchor set up about 10 feet in this tree to give us some more clearance on the roof.
Yeah, just let the second one, or let the first one tighten up the rope for the second one.
Yeah, they're back.
We'll see. So time for an intermission in this video to show you what Joe's doing down here, because now we're selling the rope and we're selling all the hardware to anchor off your speed line, and this is going to be how it's done. We'll show you real quick. We're set up here at the office. We're calling this our speed line coming down, and Joe needs to tension it up on our anchor. So what's our anchor?
This is the anchor that comes with the kit. For a sling, we're probably just going with a piece of rope, because who knows what you're going to be hooking it to, and you might not even be using this. You could be clipping it to your chipper or your skid steer or your truck. This is just the most versatile. Tie it on however, or find something else to hook it up with.
Yeah.
It will come with probably like 15 feet of rope or something.
So we'll give you a piece of rope, but you may, if you have a big herkin tree to hook to, you may need a longer rope to get your backbone attached to.
Yeah.
And you may use a different anchor, but this is what we're using here on this job that we're showing.
Part two is this is the friction device. These are pretty tough. They're pretty small. This would be kind of the most basic way to use it. Would just be a straight speed line. You need a little bit of friction there. Zip, zip, zip.
Zip, zip, zip. Down the line.
Down the line. You can lock it off if you are short-handed, you know, and you got something. You need to get that tight and then go over here. Just a cleat, basically. The next step is if you want some more power, an eye-to-eye and a pulley carabiner.
So this is in the kit, the pulley carabiner. In case you need to get the line really tight for those clearance issues that we're showing you with the structures.
Yeah, same thing. Pull it back, wrap it up, cleat it off, or not. However, whatever you need. It's
just have fun with it.
Yeah, we're not telling you how to use it. We're just telling you can use it.
Yeah, you have enough to speed line a tree with what is included in this kit.
Yeah.
So, back to the video. I'm talking to YouTube for a second. So, this has been mentioned before by myself. Before that, even Reg Coates mentioned it. When you hook these up, you got to be careful that the carabiner is not exactly the length that it is to the base of the tree, because it can get in a type of deal where it binds against the butt of the piece and actually pinches and stops. It's kind of hard to explain until you see it happen, and I don't want to recreate it. So I've got it out past the length of the piece from where it's hooked to the base. You could also have it in tighter too. You could have it in closer, as long as it's either longer or shorter than the remaining bit of the piece to the trunk where you're going to make the cut. Okay, so what else was I going to say? Oh, you have to be careful when you have these hooked up and your guys on the ground are pulling them really tight. because they're loading this thing with energy. So you gotta understand the energy that it's being loaded with and be ready to move out of the way if it yanks the butt toward you. So, you know, it's not just gravity, it's not just falling straight down. The butt is being pulled whatever direction the speed line is anchored to. So just a couple things to think about.
I was hoping to go right here.
If you don't understand those things, then don't do it. If you do, then you didn't even need to hear it all. Okay, Joe, I got some on for you. After the first one, you might want to tighten it again because it's going to introduce a bunch of slack.
I'll come right between those two trees.
Okay, I'm ready.
By the way, YouTube, I actually put a 16-inch quarter pitch bar and chain on the little 2511, and it's pretty cool. I'm not complaining about it. Probably take that one off, tighten it up again, and then I'll give you 3. You ready? Okay. You beat me to it, man. You're too good. Here we go. So, yeah, just keep it tight. Ready? Oh, it is hooked. That freaked me out so bad. That's 5. If I cut the last one, it'll take the camera. You guys would probably like that.
All right, I'm just setting some more slings up and we got a quick minute. These bags are easy to pack if you hang them. If you don't hang them, they can be a bit of a pain. And I think we mentioned it, but the old and new style speedline kit works equally good in these. We have like 5 of these bags here today. Travis's couple of kits and our couple kits and a couple spare bags we were working on. So we're able to keep bags loaded ahead of time.
I wanted to say a thing about speed lining. When it's the thing to do, it is the thing to do. We're talking about it. It's like the option right here. So you could, we get old school people sometimes saying that we're too fancy or whatever, but look, you could bundle and deliver. You could lower everything down into that little spot there by the power lines, you know, and then have to take it out the gate. Or you could send it on the magic highway right in front of the chipper, butts pointed all the same way. So it seems like a silly thing to like mention, but you'd be surprised how many people are like, back in my day, we didn't mess around with that. Well, this is a beautiful thing. So it has a place, and this is the place. Right above.
Oh yeah. I just pull it down a little bit. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if you can see that, YouTube, but our speed line is going right out above his. It's pretty cool looking. It's another one of those kind of cool to be alive moments. Ready? So YouTube friends, when you're done with the bag, you just put it on the line, and your trusty help down there will load it up again, load up the magazine. So YouTube, I do drop a few because they're easy to manage by hand and I don't waste a sling on them. But when they get a little bit unwieldy, that's when I start wasting.
Three to one, clear on the roof. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you two and then I'm gonna hook up three real quick and give you three. So I'm gonna give you two and give you time to take them off the rope, and then I'm gonna be, it's about all the time you're gonna get. Now we zip line the top, which is always a little thought-provoking because you're pulling on the stem from the side, but it'll be okay. So you make the face cut, and then you sling it up. Whenever I'm doing the top, I always use two, and then you run them opposite directions, like that. One gate this way, one gate that way. Top coming out! Yeah, you feel them. You feel the top tugging on you when it gets down near the bottom. You know, you're at the end of the fishing pole and fish on, and then they drop it into place and everything's great. So Travis Barney down there says I can go home now. He's just letting us use his trees to show you guys how cool the Speedline kit is. So I guess we'll leave the wood to him. It's not like we have anything to prove, right? Headache. Headache. Perfect. Here we go. So YouTube, while I was here, I just rigged this for him to use tomorrow because he's going to rig that wood over to here, and then he's going to rig all of this wood over to that one. So it's time for his top. Go ahead. Pretty smooth.
Oh. Fish on, huh?
Yeah, fish on. That's exactly how I describe it.
Yeah.
But if you're not afraid to climb high, who cares? It's when if you took it too big that you'd be in trouble.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh! Over the front.
All right, see you later.
You got a bag for that, Joe?
No.
I just went DRT down, right? Double rope. And that's how much rope I have left over, just enough to make it. So I stopped at exactly the right spot up there when I was chunking it down to have enough to get down DRT. Yeah, and it's a 200-foot rope, yeah. So these trees are up there, way up there.
Yeah.
All right, tell us. This is Travis. This is like organic opinion from Real Tree Guy.
Day one.
What do you think of it?
So I like this, fold it up like this when they send it up, and then you can just hook it on right here, flip her open, and then I got this little carabiner on the side of my belt here, holding my stuff, and I just hook that on there.
Oh, you hook it twice.
There you go.
Yeah,
and then it holds it all straight, and you'll have that thing all full, and then, so otherwise it's kind of like unstable with just one. Because it's so heavy at first, but
so
yeah,
that's kind of why we have a spot to hook something here, a spot to hook something here, and a spot to hook something here. And yeah, you liked it.
Yeah, it's killer.
That's the first time I've ever speedlined over the top of a speedline that was actually speedlining at the same time.
And
That was killer, huh? Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah, that was killer.
Dude, I got sawdust all over my nephew's car.
Oh, your nephew's car, that's a trick, huh?
Well, he left it at my house.
Broke it in, tree guy style.
And I'm like, well, if you're gonna leave this here after the first month, I just started driving it.
Oh, they need driven anyways, they can't just sit.
Yeah, I'm doing him a favor. I should charge him.
Yeah, right? Like, keeping the functionality going.
Charge them by the mile.
I'll tell him to come over here and fill this thing up again.
Monkey feel damn.